Hi guys, it's Greg with By the Bootstraps, b2bootstraps.com. My dog Momo obviously is part of this. Yes, girl. Anyway, I just want to know, how does it feel for Donald Trump to live rent-free in these liberals' heads? You know, Hillary Clinton just came out and said, you know, Donald Trump, I must live rent-free in his head. Ha ha ha. Yeah, you know what? I think it's the other way around. I'm pretty sure Donald Trump is going, Hillary who? I'm sorry, who are you? As much as we are all too, you know? I'm amazed at the hatred that this man receives. You know, I've said before I'm not the biggest Trump fan, but I'm coming over to him. Honestly, I'm actually leaning very heavily for his favor. The misrepresentation that this man has received from our country, well, let's hold that back. The misrepresentation that he's received from the Democrats is astonishing. You know, I didn't like the political divide that happened with Barack Obama. Now, I will be the first to tell you, and if you've seen some of my previous videos, you know I did not like Barack Obama. I respected him because he was the commander-in-chief, and I think every commander-in-chief should receive that respect. Obviously, he was elected by, you know, the public, you know, hence why I don't understand the whole claims of this devout racism in our country, because then how did he get elected twice? Anyway, I don't get it. Like, there's a lot of things that he did that I disagreed with, you know, and I could make a video naming off all the different resolutions, all the executive orders that he did that I disagreed with, but I'm not going to do that right now just because I don't want to make a long video, because that would take forever. But what's astonishing to me is the way that Trump is being treated currently. You know, this whole entire Russiagate collusion, obstruction of justice is going on and on and on. And now they're going to subpoena his tax records from before he was president. And I've said this before, that's not a requirement. You know, all this is to how can we make this man look bad? How can we bring him down, his administration down? You know, for all intended purpose, it's a coup, all right? It's embarrassing, all right? We are being laughed at globally because of the actions of what's being done. And the actions are being perpetrated by one party. All right, I know we have a two-party system. Granted, we could have more, but I would love to see more libertarians. I would love to see more green folks, you know, things like that. At least we would have options. You know, I really don't care for the Republican or Democrat, you know, parties. Either one of them. You know, I lean more, you know, one way more so than the other, but it's not because I agree with them. I just agree with them more so than I agree with the other one. But I would say mostly I'm a down the center kind of guy, you know, with more conservative leanings, you know. But this whole entire thing with the president is just embarrassing. You know, what has this Congress done for us besides investigation, investigation, investigation? You know, and then when they get the answers that they don't want from their investigations, it's never, oh, this is enough, let's move on. It's, no, we got to investigate more. They're going to spend the entirety of the 2 years leading up to 2020 in an investigation. And it's never enough. It's never enough to satisfy their literally, I'm going to just say, demonic urge to impeach this president. You know, this Nadler character, the guy who's in charge of the House, or the, he's House Intel, I believe. I can't remember his exact position. But Jerry Nadler, right? This guy's come out and has made a freaking fool of himself with the way that he has conducted himself with all these investigations. And the only reason why I say he's made a fool of himself, because you can look back in 2012 when it came to, you know, Eric Holder, who was the Attorney General at the time, and he was held in contempt. He actually comes out and said that, oh, the Republicans are reaching too far, this doesn't matter, you know, he shouldn't be doing this, blah, 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 it's basically the other side's fault, leave it alone. But yet, you know, when he was in office, now keep in mind, he was in office back when Bill Clinton was in office, and Bill Clinton was impeached for lying under oath, you know, for his affair with Monica Lewinsky. He turns around and says that, you know, we need to establish a law that you can't, you know, you cannot give out the information during the investigation. All right, but now he's turning around and telling, you know, the Attorney General Barr that he needs to give out that same information that he himself has said that was classified. Right, the grand jury information. So he's telling the Attorney General to break the law that he himself has already established previously. All right? Tell me this is not political. You know, tell me that this is not, you know, trying to take down someone. You know, I have gotten to the point now where I am staunchly supporting the president, if only to give the middle finger to these idiots. You know, I thought it was a blessing that John McCain finally died. I'm only hoping that death will take its toll on some of these other morons, like Pelosi, Harry Reid. I know he's not in office anymore, but Harry Reid, Maxine Waters, you know, Jerry Nadler. Some of these people who have been entrenched in this for 30 years, 40 years, they're public service. You know, they're not helping you and I. They're not talking about the crisis down on the border, which all objective people can tell you it's a crisis. When you have 1,900 people a day pouring through our borders, that's a crisis. All right, when you look at all the drugs that are coming through our southern border, that is a crisis. All the murders that happen, the sex trades, that is a freaking crisis. But yet we're turning a blind eye to all that. Why? Because Orange Man bad. Although these same people just years ago were begging for donations, begging for, you know, his billionaire money, which, by the way, they turn around and say that, oh, he's not worth what he says he is. That's what you're focusing on? That, of all things, is what's keeping you guys from writing legislation, from figuring out a budget? You know, I can't even speak about how unbelievably stupid this is. And I have to hope and pray that the majority of Americans are actually seeing this and are saying to themselves, we're not putting up with this. I hope 2020 is a landslide victory for the Republicans, and that's only because I don't want to see any more of this. You know, I hope President Trump actually wins in a landslide, and if these morons keep doing what they're doing, I think it will happen. You know, now granted, if someone steps up to the plate who actually is more libertarian, who's across the board that I can get behind, I will certainly do so, right? But as it stands right now, I would rather have this billionaire businessman run the nation than these freaking so-called public servants. Anyway, comment below and let me know what you guys think. I'll talk to you later.